My name's Anthony Vlahovich. I'm the skipper of the vessel commencement, and I work with the Coastal Heritage Alliance as not only as a skipper but as a carpenter and manager of the Scansy Net Shed in Gig Harbor. Well, I've been with Coastal Heritage Alliance since it started 10 years ago or so. And actually the first thing I ever did was I did a caulking apprenticeship. That's what I did when I was 17. And I'm 26, so that was 9 years ago. And I sort of worked up from there, you know. First I learned a few things, and then I started getting hired from time to time as jobs came up. And now I'm doing it more or less full time. I've got a 100-ton master's license, and I got it maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It was fairly easy. I mean, the sea time is that's the hard part. You need a year of sea time. I'm a commercial gill netter in Bristol Bay, Alaska. I was a deckhand for 6 years, and I just about 2 weeks ago finished up my second season as a captain, so it was 8. I bought the boat from Matt, my old skipper. He upgraded, I bought his boat, and now it takes up 2 months of my year, June and July, every summer, fishing salmon, sockeye salmon, and it's fantastic. I love doing it. It's a great job. It's kind of like we were talking. It is like an identity, you know. Built in 1967. It's a wood hull Bryant. It's a Bryant Jumbo Highliner. One of the last boats they ever built. They built like three of those jumbos, and then they were done. But it's a classic. It's an absolute classic. In fact, they say that the Sunlight 3 has caught probably more fish than any other boat still in existence, which may well be true out of the thousands of boats up there, just because of its age and its long line of excellent skippers. But one thing about Bristol Bay is that it's actually somewhat possible for young people to enter the fishery, because it's a relatively low-tech industry, put it that way. The boats are small, the gear is simple, so for a 25-year-old to buy one of these things isn't out of reach. Still expensive, but not out of reach. I'm uniquely suited to that boat. I'm probably the best person who could have bought it, because nobody else would know what the hell to do with it. And it needs, it needs care and attention. You know, unlike a aluminum boat that you can just forget about, leave it out in the weather all winter long, doesn't matter. But with the wood hulls, if you just pay them a minimum of attention, they'll serve you well, you know. Not to mention the fact that my boat costs 50 grand, and an aluminum is going to run you 150 at the minimum, you know. So.